Hello, hello, hello. I am Pamela Chase, the lead hooking specialist and founder of Hook for You, where we're dedicated to keeping the art of crochet alive. So we do that by teaching the skills to women and children to boost their self-esteem and create a healthy and positive environment. We I'm a little late today. I had a lot going on today, so I'm a little late, and I'm in a different location today, and I'll probably be in this location for for the rest of the week. So I'm just trying to get things together and hooked up and internet working. So please bear with me. But today is all about the hooks and yarns. We didn't meet yesterday. So today is all about the hook and yarn. And we're gonna talk about we've been doing a series on what is your skill level? What is your crochet skill level? Hey, how you doing? And we are discussing that. So today is how to be an expert crocheter or experienced crocheter. Now, a lot of us, we are expert in certain things, experienced in certain things, but how do you want to be, if you want to be an experienced crocheter, how do you do that? What do you need to do to become experienced in crochet? The first thing is to practice, 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 practice. And that could mean practice every day if you have time. But just practice on the regular. Just don't stop it. Just practice. You gotta have determination to learn. You have to, want to learn. I know some people will start something and then they'll say, "Oh no," because it doesn't turn out the way they want it to. And that brings us to picking projects that you can complete. That means those small projects that you can complete with no problem. Because I know from personally from me, sometimes if things get too monotonous or too it's just not coming out the way I want it to come and just taking longer than usual. Sometimes I would just have to put that to the side. So pick your project, pick that you can complete. So practice, practice, practice a lot. Pick your project that you can complete. You can also look at pictures and read a lot of patterns. Just getting that in that rhythm and just learning and just looking and just seeing how things are going. It just enhances your creativity. So look at plenty of pictures because right now, hello daisies and good family. How are you? So we're talking about okay, and because that brings your creativity. And nowadays, you see a lot of crochet. You see it on TV. You see it in the magazines. You see it in the movies. You'll see somebody wearing it, or you'll maybe see a couch with an Afghan on it. So you will see it. So the inspiration is there. So that's what you have to do. Let's see what I wrote down. Is learn new techniques and stitches. Always be learning. Good, better, best. Never let them rest till your good is better and your better is better. I like that. I'm gonna use that. Good, better, best. Never let them rest till your good is better and your better is best. Okay. Thank you. So you learn new techniques and you learn new stitches. And that's one thing that we promote on this on our lives is learning new things, new stitches, new techniques. So talk about yarn. So just to keep abreast of everything that's going on in the crochet world. Not everything, but just keep abreast of things going on, especially if you are doing it as a business or you're doing it for people and you're just or you're a designer. Just do keep yourself educated and abreast of everything that's going on. Every once in a while, you work to perfect a technique. So it's something that you can do. So then you can do it. Be like for example, maybe the Tunisian stitches, or maybe don't, or hats. Just learn how to perfect it. Just perfect different techniques, stitches, and things. So learn how to put. mm, I'm sorry, I'm rushing it. Just perfect your technique. If you are just do, because sometimes you'll find that the different ways of doing different things, different stitches are different ways, and sometimes you may just do things your way. So I may get a pattern. For example, I'll get a pattern of doing stuff. Just like right now, I'm doing the fingerless glove. So you get the pattern, and what I do most time with patterns is I use them as a guide. Then I perfect that every time I'm doing something with it. I may change a stitch here. I may add something there. I may just do things different than just going by what's on the pattern. So practice a lot. Pick projects you can complete. Look at a lot of pictures and read a lot of patterns. Hey, Carol, how are you? Learn something. Learn new stitches and techniques. Every once in a while, work to perfect technique, the technique that you know. Experiment. Just try different things. Just experiment. Just take some scrap yarn you may have and just experiment. You don't always have to be making it something, but just experiment. Just keep learning, going. Look. And those are ways to make yourself more experienced, more of an expert. It's by doing those things. And there's other things you can do too, and just constantly stay in the in the know. Constantly learning, constantly practicing, constantly doing it. If that's something that you really want to do, you just continue to do that to be an experienced crocheter. So somebody asks you, thank you. I never knew that. Thank you for saying that, Carol. Yeah, I'm a firm believer in patterns. I've read patterns since I was started crocheting when I was a child. I've read patterns, taught myself how to read patterns. Hi, Defiant Joy. How are you? And I do. There are people who I know who don't know how to read patterns, but they're pretty simple. It can be depending on what level it is. That's where you go in the levels too. Because patterns will be easy, beginner. They may have experience, they may have hard. So sometimes just push yourself. Don't always get a beginner pattern. Push yourself to an intermediate pattern and see how it works. Some of them have diagrams, some have words. So just continue to do that. If anyone needs help with the pattern, just let me know. Or with the basics of reading patterns, let me know. So what I'm doing is I'm making fingerless gloves. And it's pretty simple. And what helps me also is when I do the patterns, it's something I keep doing. It just flows and it gets better. It gets better and it gets better. And then you won't need a pattern anymore. You'll just know exactly what to do and what not to do. Now, one thing that I know that I need to do better in being transparent is things with measurement. That's my thing. So that's something that I know I need to do to become more better with my craft. What is it that you want to do that you know you should do to become better? Because I know Carol, you do a lot of different things, and I know you do it. And you experiment, and you are constantly learning and doing different things, which is what you should do. So you're on your way to being an expert crocheter because if you don't let anything get you down. You're continuously doing what needs to be done crocheting. So that's one thing that we have to do if this is what we want to do. It was just like with just about anything, you have to perfect it, continue with it, and do it. So, but yeah, tomorrow we will meet again. I don't think I have anything on my schedule for tomorrow that may interfere with the time. I think so. So tomorrow we will meet and we'll learn a stitch. Don't know what stitch yet. I don't have my book with me, so I'll look online and see what stitches that we can learn. If there's anything in particular that you want to learn, let me know that also. If there's a topic you want to discuss, let me know that too. Yeah, 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 yeah. Because I want to get back into sewing myself, and which when I sewed, I went entirely by the pattern, never altered, never did anything on my own. So those kind of things, and sometimes you think that certain things are too hard or whatever, and then you just talk yourself out of it, and it's best to just push yourself to do it, no matter what you think. And when you what you do, you be like, oh, I was worried about nothing. But yeah, that's something I want to do because I was sometimes people ask to make something according to their size, and it was a disaster. So I it's something I want to do to perfect my crocheting skills and my sewing skills. I like the challenge of following patterns, and graphs are fun to file. It's fun. It's like a more math problem. It energizes. Okay, if you see it that way, that's a good way of putting it because when I see graphs and charts and stuff, I don't bother with those, which I think is something you should do too. And some of us, I guess not us, but I know it's me. A problem that I've had is because you get stuck in how you used to do things. You get stuck in what they taught you way back in the past. Excuse me. You get stuck in all that, and it's like, well, that's how it's supposed to be, and that's how we get stuck on stuff, and not venture into newer techniques of the same thing. So that's another way of becoming an expert. Don't stay in that box. Get out of that box. That's one another thing I want to do is I want to incorporate my crocheting and sewing together some kind of way. And that's been something I want to do, but I haven't got back into my sewing yet. My machine, I have two machines and they're collecting dust. So I need to get back into that. Because when I tell you things, it's not anything that I'm not doing myself. I have to look inside of myself and figure out what I need to do. So yeah, following patterns is a good thing to do. There are a lot of pattern books out there you can get. There are like the magazine called Crochet exclamation point. That's a good pattern book too. They have nice things in there too that they are not too hard to do. They're very simple to do, in my opinion. They're not. I don't see a lot of things that are hard to do. And there are other books too that you can you get magazines and books you can get with patterns in it. And you just practice. Just look at the pattern and just practice what the pattern says. And sometimes the patterns are not always correct. So you have to look at that too, also. And sometimes you may have to play it by ear when you're doing a pattern. So just be conscious of that. But doing patterns are great. You make one day, I may just find an easy pattern that we can do as a group. So that's something I'm thinking about doing. Just to learn that. I'll make my own pattern and do and we just do it together. So that's that. So any other comments? Anything that people need to just gonna discuss? How's your day going? What are you working on? Work. We're gonna do that. 17, 22. Hey, Eclectic Goods, how are you today? Yeah, okay. Let me, and I could do measurements and things with something that is small, like a hat and gloves. This is the first time I've started making gloves. I've never made gloves before, but a lot of times I'll just measure myself. But this is and sometimes it's hard to make. It was hard to make gloves for people unless they have a stretch to it because my hands are small. I don't. I have little hands, and it'd be hard for people that have hands that are bigger than mine. That's what I do is just try to stretch it just to see if it will come off. And this is cotton that I'm using right now, so it's not doesn't have a lot of stretch. It's 100% cotton, so you have to do it a little differently. For work. So I just do it, we just do the fingerless gloves like we do it into a circle. And just remember, you can just, a lot of things are not wrong. I mean, a lot of things that we think are mistakes aren't really mistakes. But I think I'm ready for the discussion. Wait, so what time are you on today? Three. Okay, so the average wrist is 7 inches, 7 to 8, 2 p.m. Central. Now, what is that Eastern? That's it. I don't know. I'm sorry, I don't know. I'm gonna be sure to be on. It's 3 Eastern. Okay, okay. So we'll be off by then. So you can just go right on over to Eclectic Good. So be sure to follow some of the people that are on here because some of them do live, some of them do TikToks and reels and different things. So feel free to follow some of the people who are on here or people that are on my page. I mean, on my list. But Eclectic Goods has, he does things from the other times. He does period pieces, I guess that's what you call it. He does things that are dates from other dates, dated things. So check her out. Today she's on at 3 o'clock Eastern. 3 Eastern, 2 o'clock Central. So you get a chance, check her out. And she shows some stitches and does those kinds of things. So check her. And Eclectic, were you on this morning? 'Cause I know I had a notification or something, but it was like, here it was like 4 o'clock. Was that a crochet tutorial or something? Vintage and Suri. Okay. Vintage. Okay. 2 a.m. Okay, you okay. I was like, okay, you doing those too? Cause that's kind of neat too because there are people up at that time. So that's good. You can just come on those, just pop up and just come on, and that's a good idea. Vintage and antique. Okay, that's what I couldn't get the words together. So vintage and antique. That's what she does. She teaches stitches from back antique and vintage stitches, and she makes items that are like that. So check her out. Eclectic, good. And anyone else have any pages or any lives that they want me to shout out? Let me know so we can support each other. And I'll start putting the links in the comment section in the future so you can support others who do other things. They make the podcast or lives and videos and different things. So going through, today we're looking at a 1936 blouse, which is taking forever. So a crochet blouse. Okay, okay. And I have to remind myself to come on and then watch. Wow. But what got you interested in doing that? It was something that you just fell into, or it was just always an interest in antique items, vintage items. See, my hands open. Here. Yeah, yeah. And hopefully hers will too. Not till we do it, but yeah. So, so looking at and us talk about the levels and things. If you have a clear view of a clear understanding of the levels of what you need to do to increase your levels, or you want to discuss it, as we talked about the different levels. Today we talked about how to become an expert or experienced crocheter, what you have to do. What you do is just practice a lot. experiment. It does not hurt to experiment. Just make sure that you're using some scrap yarn or something when you're doing it. But make sure just keep your creativity flowing. That's the idea of it. I mean, okay. Being a history buff, I started researching crochet. Okay, all right. So you normally do craft shows. Okay, okay, cool. Yeah, COVID shut down a lot of those kind of things. So we all have to find different ways of doing things, which sometimes things are not always a bad thing. Some things, I mean, it's bad, but also it does things for people too to do what they need to do. Found designer in the 1800s and fell down the rabbit hole. Okay, okay. Hmm. Never thought about that. Sometimes you get so wrapped up doing the crocheting, you don't be reading about getting into what happened and the history behind it. Why and what. Okay, cool. And we like to get a lot into the healing and the helping of crochet. Something that we have been doing is an aspect of crochet. But the history is good to know the history. But tomorrow we'll be doing a stitch and get back into the mode. When I'm not at home, I tend to sometimes not be on live. I don't know how the Wi-Fi don't work right sometimes, but I'm pretty good. So I think I found a room in my mother's house that I can do the lives in quietly. Don't have to worry about the cat or anything else. I can just go in and do my lives and be done with it. We will be on tomorrow and we will be on Friday. The plan is on Friday. We'll be on that day too. At the same time, same place. So, for those who don't know, we are Cook for You, and we are crochet educators. We teach you how to crochet. We have a group that donates items to charity, and when the group gets together, we talk about crocheting and different things. So we get together on every other only every other week. House mom, she's fine. She's fine. She had appointments and stuff going on, so that's why I was late today. And she had to get her blood work done and stuff. So and for treatment on Thursday. But she's doing okay, taking it like a champ. So I go. So I'll be here till at least Saturday. So after Saturday, I'll be making my way back. Probably by Monday or so. I'll make my way back home. But things going on. Then might as well, since I was here anyway, I came for a funeral. So since I'm here now, I just take advantage of do things while I'm here. I have a grandson who's getting ready to turn 21. So be here for that. That's what I'm working towards. So the plan was to go right back home, but I said no. It's that going on. I'll just stay a little longer. But thank you for asking. But we had the group to get together. We won't be meeting this Saturday, so it'll have to be the following Saturday. But I'll send the information. And we make unique crochet items. Right now, we're also doing yarn. We sell yarn because I have a lot of yarn that I just have a lot. The ones that are in packages or have wrappers on, I'm not selling the yarn that doesn't have a wrapper. Yeah, I'm giving those away. Those will be ones that I'm giving away. But we sell my yarn. But what I plan on doing is having mystery boxes where they'll have different types of yarns for a certain price. So look out for that. To do that. So oh, we've been on about a half an hour. It was late today. I just wanted to get on and talk about that. And next Monday we'll be back to it's all about the books and yarn, and we'll talk about another topic. I don't have that information with me on what we're gonna be doing next starting next week with first with the topic, but I'll let you know by Monday what we'll be discussing on that. Because I have a list of stuff that we're gonna discuss. We're gonna also start back with the talking about different types of yarn, comparing yarn yeah, to each other and things like that. We did it last year, but we're gonna do that again this year. We're going to talk about, and we're going to add this year, we're going to talk about hooks also. Because with me, I'm just a basic person. I just buy hooks, and I don't know anything. Not that I don't know anything, but I just never delved into certain things about the hooks. Me, myself, and Carol, who's on here, we in our meetup, we discussed the different types of hooks and things I didn't realize. Because I just get a hook and just crochet. Ebony Crafter one, I just pick up a hook and just crochet. So those are things that I have to get better with. It's one thing to know stitches and things with crocheting, but then you have to know about the hooks also. It's always something new to learn. Always. So don't always think there's something wrong if you don't know something because you can't know everything. You may know a bit about a lot of things, but you can't excel in everything. I Aunt Dog 1960. So just strive to be better. And as someone said earlier, what was that saying? Good, better, best. Never let them rest till your good is better and your better is best. So just keep on doing that. We with our willing hands, which is our group that gets together and make crochet, we make fundraise, we make donate to charity. We are always looking for people to join us. If you want to donate items to charity or someone else want to donate items to charity, let us know. We're always accepting cash, either for cancer or we're looking for hats as for the homeless. Because I have some hats here with me now that I'm thinking about going out before I leave and just give it hand to them. Finding modern substitutions for vintage antique Pattern Jones thread is a challenge. Okay, yeah, I can imagine it's a challenge. We accept donations of yarn, donations of hats, and also we had started selecting baby blankets too for small babies, a little small like lap blankets or things like that. We have been accepting those things also. So let us know if you want to assist us. We are looking for people to collaborate with. If you know an organization that needs things, let us know. And we'll put that on our list. We need crocheters and also knitters. But we don't discriminate. So and we've accepted knitted items also. So if you just want to do that, let us know. Give us your information and we'll get in touch with you. So Sunday is Super Bowl. Are you gonna be crocheting while you're watching the Super Bowl? I will be. That'll be a good time to do it. Crochet, watch Super Bowl, and watch the commercial. So that being said, I'm gonna let you all go. And and please remember to tune in to Eclectic Goods. So, and because she has a tutorial discussion going on at 3 o'clock Eastern, I think it's 2 o'clock Central. So tune in to her and see what she has going on. Okay? So until tomorrow, have a creative day and please be safe. Bye.